Good morning, race fans. It is race week once again, and this weekend we have the Monaco Grand Prix, one of the most celebrated Formula One races of the year, although a lot of people don't like it, but that's another story. And I've been seeing that a lot of teams are putting out special designs for the occasion, so I thought, what better time to do a design review? Also because it's very possible that I won't be able to do a video for the Monaco Grand Prix, so I'll just do one for now, just in case. Let's start with McLaren because, as usual, they pulled through with some cool stuff for Monaco, releasing both a special livery and suits for the weekend. And it's all inspired by the McLaren M7A, with which Bruce McLaren, the founder of the team, gave the team their first victory back in 1968. And it was also the kickstarter of the team's whole papaya moment, even though they promptly ditched that for a certain cigarette company for a while. So the race suits are white with these orange and black stripes down the sides, and they have the names of the drivers written in like a nice vintage script font, which is a nod to the type of font they used at the time to put the names on the sides of the cars. I love this personally. I love when McLaren does white race suits because I think that both drivers look great in white, but also that racing stripe gives it like that sporty feel, but also maintains some of the papaya. And then the livery is even more inspired by the M7A. And they even tilted the numbers to the side a little bit like in the original car. And they also added the names in the script font here, which is a perfect detail. And they added little country flags, which is always a nice touch. Personally, I don't know what the general opinion is, but I'm kind of obsessed with this livery. I kind of wish this was the design they used all year round, low-key. It just looks so clean, it's so well blocked out, it's so satisfying to look at. I think it also helps that most of the car is papaya now. It gives it an extra pop of color. The original livery just kind of looks meh in comparison, you know? But I guess that's the purpose of a special livery, it's supposed to wow you, so fair enough. By the way, Oscar Piastri also did a special helmet to match the car, and it is adorable. Look at that 81. He looks like a little billiard ball. I love when drivers use the round shape of the helmet to make it look like a round object. Perfect examples from this year not long ago are Lando's disco ball helmet and Alex Albon's orange, which I just love. They also made this video to promote the new designs, and I kind of love this vision they've created for us of like Lando and Oscar as like old money boyfriends enjoying their summer in Monaco. I say this, but I also want to clarify that I'm not really one of those people who enjoys like shipping the drivers. I think that's a really weird thing to do when we're talking about real people and not characters, but they just do look really adorable in this video. I mean, that shot of Lando taking pictures of Oscar, I mean, I can hear 100 AO3 writers typing away right now. Overall, I'm giving McLaren a 9 out of 10. Just a classic case of simple yet effective. On the other hand, we have another team who tried to do something and didn't really work quite as well. And I'm sure you already know what team I'm talking about. That's right, it's Ferrari. It's always fucking Ferrari. So Ferrari came out with a special race suit and cap for Monaco. You'd think it was just for Leclerc though, given that Lewis Hamilton is conspicuously absent in all of these pictures, but whatever. It is Charlie Boy's big day, so I'll allow it. However, I have a slight little issue with this design. Just a tiny... Why is it blue again? Why is it blue again, Ferrari? Pray tell. Why is it blue? Because did you forget that you just did a blue and white suit in Miami? What am I saying? You couldn't have forgotten. None of us are ever gonna let you live it down. It was so bad. Why is Ferrari so desperate to be blue? Seriously, like, isn't like 80% of the Ferrari brand built on a color that is not blue? I think it might be because some of their competitors are blue, so they're thinking maybe if they're also blue, they can channel some of their success. Guys, if we turn into Williams, Williams can't hurt us. There you go. I've solved Ferrari's problems. You can thank me now. Charles Leclerc is going, yeah, Alex, try to pass me again, bitch. I'm literally your teammate. Look at me. I can still see the pain in Leclerc's eyes from that. I mean, look at him. He looks dead inside. Anyway, apart from all that, I do think this suit is a little nicer than the one they had in Miami. It's simpler, it's cleaner, and it doesn't look like V-Carb, which is nice. The HP logo is a different shade of blue from everything else, probably because of the material they used for the logo, but you know what, I'm just gonna overlook it, because if I start talking about the HP logo, this video will be 8 hours long. If I speak, I will be in big trouble, so I'm not gonna speak. The cap is nice though. I do wish that the Ferrari logo was a little more visible, but I do like the stripes, and it seems like they have a bit of a raised texture, which I think is really awesome. Reminds me of the Ferrari Pro Polo. Remember that? The one that had the shiny stripes on it that they released for like a millisecond and then they stopped selling, never to be seen again? Yeah, you can tell I'm still not over that, right? Ferrari, please, I'm begging you, bring back the Pro Polo. I want it so bad. I was so ready to pay your insane prices and I don't even like you. Anyway, this suit and hat combo is going to get a 7 out of 10 from me. Not bad. Seems like Ferrari can improve in some places. This poster though, 10 out of 10. Beautiful. No notes. Another special helmet I need to mention is Isack Hadjar. I was starting to wonder if anybody was going to do a Senna-inspired thing, but my man Isack came through. Thank you, Isack. The pictures they put out are mostly pretty dark, so it's kind of hard to see the design, but it's more or less what you'd expect, you know. Yellow, green, blue, classic Senna. Not the most original, but it makes sense. But I do love the inclusion of all the wins and poles that Senna got in Monaco, and I'm also really happy to see that he kept all of his signature physics equations in the back, which, if you didn't know, is a nod to Isaac's dad, who is a quantum physicist. So I think it's a nice blend of Senna tribute with his own personal touch. So yeah, not extremely original, but it's well achieved, and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I really feel like a lot of times when drivers do like Senna helmets, it's because they want to pretend to be Senna for a little bit, like have a little cosplay moment, especially when Monaco comes around. You know, you want to channel the spirit of a 6-time Monaco winner. I get it though, honestly, I would do the same thing. And lastly, there's one more livery we need to talk about. And I know you're saying, but wait, no other teams released any special liveries this week. And you would be right, but what we do need to discuss is this Disney x F1 collaboration situation. So I don't really know anything about this or what it's about, but it seems like they're trying to bring in the Disney and F1 fandoms together in some way. I think they're going to start selling Disney merch at F1 races and that sort of thing. Basically, they're trying to turn us all into Disney adults. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they announced a Disneyland Grand Prix in the next couple of years. So we can't see a lot of the car from the promotional images, but thankfully I was able to find this other one from Bobby Hundreds, who is also involved with this whole thing somehow, but I don't even know who he is, so I don't know anything about it. Yeah, that is one ugly ass livery. And I know it's supposed to be like the Mickey Mouse colors, and I know it's supposed to be just like cute and fun and like for kids and stuff. And I also know that it's not supposed to be a serious livery, like no one's actually gonna go out and race in this. I know that. They probably threw it together in 5 minutes. Fair enough. But that doesn't mean it stops looking like ketchup and mustard, you know? One thing I do like is the Mickey Mouse signature on the side. I don't know if that's because Mickey actually signs the car or if it's a sticker, but it kind of reminds me of the Bruce McLaren 60s situation. And I also love, by the way, the shark fin. You don't see that in these cars anymore. Where did they get that from? But what I really don't like is the placement of the Mickey ears. Like, it just looks like they haphazardly threw it on in the last minute. Personally, you know what I would have done? One set of Mickey ears, make it really big, slap it on the side of the car, boom. It's the Disney Channel logo. And then of course, as part of this, we will need every single driver to do their own, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, and you're watching Disney Channel." Oh my god, I would do anything to see that. I can basically picture so many of the drivers and how they would do it. It would be so good. Disney, please. You're almighty and all-powerful. You can make this happen. Please, Disney, make this happen. Anyway, Disney livery is getting a 3 out of 10. It's really ugly, I'm sorry. Also, fuck the capitalist mouse. I don't fucking want a Disneyland Grand Prix, thank you very much. So anyway, that's all for this week's design review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, you know the drill. Let me know in the comments what you think of these liveries. Which ones do you like the most? Which ones do you not like? And let me know what you think each driver would do for their Disney Channel intro, because I have a lot of ideas. Stay fueled, and hopefully, I'll see you after Monaco. Bye! Like, I think Lando would either make a little joke at the end or just be like, perfect or something. Lewis Hamilton would do like a little chuckle, like a nervous chuckle at the end of his because he just wouldn't really know like what to do. He would just kind of stand there awkwardly. Charles Leclerc would be mogging the whole time. Alonso's would probably be like really normal. Like he would do nothing special, but somehow it would still be the funniest. Oh, and of course George Russell would do a T pose, or he would do it while doing a T pose. Some iteration of the T pose. This is like predicting the F1 intros every year, but better. Wait, why don't we do this every year? We should have driver intros every year. This could be the funniest thing. Formula One, hire me as your content strategist. You need me. Okay, I think that's enough.